Hi, everyone. I come to you tonight, late night, 4 a.m., 3:30, with some rather terrible news. Senator Lindsey Graham has passed away. Let me read for us his office's statement. This just happened. All right. Senator Lindsey Graham died Saturday evening, July 11th, at age 71, following a brief and sudden illness, his office announced just recently. The Republican from South Carolina passed away at his Capitol Hill residence with no cause of death immediately revealed. Since this post 90 minutes ago, it appears it was a sudden and severe heart attack, what they call a widowmaker. Graham had served in the U.S. Senate since 2003 and was a close ally of the president on foreign policy specifically. He had just returned from a trip to Kiev where he met with President Zelensky to discuss sanctions on Russia and Ukraine's air defense needs. Graham's family requested privacy and prayers during this difficult time. Trump called him a true American patriot on Truth Social, noting funeral arrangements would follow in the coming days. Let's take a look at what President Trump actually said. So this is a truth from President Trump. Senator Lindsey Graham, one of the greatest people and senators I have ever known, is dead. He was always working and was a true American patriot. Lindsey will be remembered and greatly missed. Details and arrangements to follow. So sad. President Donald J. Trump. Now, if you've watched this channel for any time, you know that I wasn't the biggest fan of Senator Graham, but now is not the time for that. Now is the time for respect and what the other side of the aisle never shows, but love for someone who gave his life to this country, and in his, from his perspective, he did what was right for America. Again, I have many disagreements with him, but it isn't the time for that. And I believe him to be a patriot, a true patriot. He was hawkish on foreign policy, and he was a leader in that area. He consistently advocated for a robust military presence abroad, fiercely opposing budget cuts to defense spending, and routinely conducting on-the-ground assessments by visiting deployed troops overseas. Utilizing his committee influence, he secured a major victory for service members in 2011 by successfully driving the Guard Empowerment Initiative through Congress, giving the National Guard a permanent seat on the Joint Chiefs of Staff. Though firmly a conservative reformer, Graham was widely respected for his practical approach to legislating and his unique willingness to broker bipartisan deals. The Gang of 14 in 2005, Graham was a pivotal member of a bipartisan group of senators that successfully averted a catastrophic nuclear option gridlock over judicial filibusters, preventing institutional norms while successfully clearing paths for stalled nominees. He repeatedly broke party ranks to co-author comprehensive immigration reform bills seeking paths to legal citizenship. He also routinely joined forces with Democrats on humanitarian efforts, such as partnering to secure funding to combat the global HIV/AIDS through his unwavering commitments to national defense, judicial restructuring, and the institutional mechanics of the Senate. Graham operated for decades as one of the most effective and resilient legislative strategists in the modern political history. Now, I'd like to play a video for you to kind of close this out here. This is one of my favorite moments from Lindsey Graham, and it's during the Brett Kavanaugh debacle. Everyone remembers what went on there, but let's take a listen to this senator.
You're aware that at 9:23 on the night of July the 9th, the day you were nominated to the Supreme Court by President Trump, Senator Schumer said, 23 minutes after your nomination, "I will oppose Judge Kavanaugh's nomination with everything I have. I have a bipartisan, and I hope a bipartisan majority will do the same. The stakes are simply too high for anything less." Well, if you weren't aware of it, you are now. Did you meet with Senator Dianne Feinstein on August 20th?
I did meet with Senator Feinstein.
Did you know that her staff had already recommended a lawyer to Dr. Ford?
I did not know that.
Did you know that her and her staff had this allegations for over 20 days?
I did not know that at the time.
If you wanted an FBI investigation, you could have come to us. What you want to do is destroy this guy's life, hold this seat open, and hope you win in 2020. You've said that, not me. You've got nothing to apologize for. When you see Sotomayor and Kagan, tell them that Lindsey said hello, because I voted for them. I would never do to them what you've done to this guy. This is the most unethical sham since I've been in politics. And if you really wanted to know the truth, you sure as hell wouldn't have done what you've done to this guy. Are you a gang rapist?
No.
I cannot imagine what you and your family have gone through. Boy, y'all want power. God, I hope you never get it. I hope the American people can see through this sham, that you knew about it and you held it. You had no intention of protecting Dr. Ford. None. She's as much of a victim as you are. God, I hate to say it because these have been my friends. But let me tell you, when it comes to this, you're looking for a fair process. You came to the wrong town at the wrong time, my friend. Do you consider this a job interview?
The advice and consent role is like a job
You
interview.
consider that you've been through a job interview.
I've been through a process of advice and consent under the Constitution.
Would you say you've been through hell?
I've been through hell and then some.
This is not a job interview.
Yeah.
This is hell.
This
is going to destroy the ability of good people to come forward because of this crap. Your high school yearbook. You have interacted with professional women all your life, not one accusation. You're supposed to be Bill Cosby when you're a junior and senior in high school. And all of a sudden you got over it. It's been my understanding that if you drug women and rape them for 2 years in high school, you probably don't stop. Here's my understanding. If you lived a good life, people would recognize it, like the American Bar Association has the gold standard. His integrity is absolutely unquestioned. He is the very circumspect in his personal conduct, harbors no biases or prejudices. He's entirely ethical, is a really decent person. He is warm, friendly, unassuming. He's the nicest person. The ABA. The one thing I can tell you, you should be proud of. Ashley, you should be proud of this. That you raised a daughter who had the good character to pray for Dr. Ford. To my Republican colleagues, if you vote no, you're legitimizing the most despicable thing I have seen in my time in politics. You want this seat? I hope you never get it. I hope you're on the Supreme Court. That's exactly where you should be. And I hope that the American people will see through this charade. And I wish you well, and I intend to vote for you, and I hope everybody who's fair-minded will.
That was a wonderful statement by him, specifically in that time period. Guys, I would very much appreciate if you would share this video out, give it a like, a comment. I'd really like to know what you guys think about Senator Graham. This was completely unexpected, and I'm really interested in what everyone thinks. God bless. Have a wonderful night.